happy holidays. My name is Dalton. Welcome back to another episode of Garage 99. In today's video, we have a 2013 Mustang GT with not very many miles on it. And it is a manual, which is the best kind of Mustang, let's be honest. This is a pretty nice car. I would say this thing is probably bone stock. It doesn't sound like it has an exhaust in it at all. I think they're pretty loud as it is. So it's pretty hard for me to tell. It's got a 6-speed manual in it, so regardless of what you're doing with it, you're always going to have a good time, especially in a Mustang. Everybody I know has a Mustang. They all enjoy it, they all love it. There's nothing to go wrong with it, no matter what year you get, no matter if it's automatic or manual. You never have a bad time in one of these. This one only has 20,782 miles in it right now, which is pretty low. I mean, it's almost an 8-year-old car now. By the time this video goes out, it'll be 8 years old. And there's just nothing, you can't really go wrong with one. I mean, I'm sitting here at 70 miles an hour at like 1,800 RPM on the freeway. It's just, it's a fun vehicle, but it's also kind of practical in a sense of it's usable. I mean, it's got an okay back seat as long as your passengers don't have legs. It's cool. And it's got a pretty good sized trunk, but especially in Michigan, we have some of the nicest summers. And although you probably wouldn't be using this vehicle this time of year where it's 37, 34 degrees outside, you would definitely love to use this thing in the summer because we have very, very nice summers. I think us as Michigan people learn to appreciate vehicles such as this in Michigan only because of the fact that we don't get to enjoy stuff year-round where most people do. We have a very short, very lovely summer where we can bring out our nice summer cars like this and enjoy it. This was obviously used very lightly because it only has 20,000 miles on it. I know I mentioned that already, but there's not really much else to talk about. It does have a shaker sound system. Interior is pretty simple as far as Mustangs go. They're all kind of the same no matter what year you get. There are some really cool track apps inside of the little center gauge here. I have the accelerometer on even though I'm not accelerating. But it's just one of those fun things to kind of remind you that you're in a sports car. I like the interior in here. The outside of this car is black, but the inside's black with some nice blue striping everywhere. And the gauges, it's pretty much the same as you would see in most Mustangs all across the board, from as old as you can think of to as new as they come. It's got the 2 big circle gauges on the sides with the deep bezels that you have to look into. Like if you were sitting in the passenger seat, you wouldn't be able to see them as well as you would in the driver's seat. She sounds pretty healthy. This is definitely a stock exhaust, but they sound very good from stock. My gosh, the billet shift knob is so cold, I can't like leave my hand on it. I'm trying to like warm it up. But luckily I have heated seats, so we got that going for us. A little squirrely, it's cold out. It's all good though, we're just having fun. Definitely scoots, and she should with a 5-liter 420 horsepower V8. This is the typical Coyote 5-liter that they've been making for the last 10 years now. They've had slight variations here and there. This is kind of like the first gen since they redid it with 430 horsepower. Then you've got the S550, which came out in 2015 with 435 horsepower. And now the 2018 and up has 465 horsepower. If you were to mate that with a 10-speed automatic, even the 6-speed is very nice, but the 10-speed automatic specifically, it does 0 to 60 in 4 seconds flat. That is unreal. Even this car can do 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. I don't know the exact numbers. I'll put it at the bottom here. It's a pretty nice car. There's a reason that these things are so popular and so well sold, because when you buy this car, you never need to worry about things going wrong with it. It's a very simple car. It has everything that you need. It looks nice, and it has just a good feel to it. I'm very curious to know what kind of gear ratio is in this car, because it seems like 5th gear is pretty short, and then you got 6th gear is just so tall. It must be like an overdrive gear or something. Guys, huge shout out to Monicatti Auto Sales for lending us this vehicle today. Just go ahead and peep the merch. The They're located out here in New Baltimore at 94 in New Haven Road. Always getting really cool stuff in. You guys are actually going to see this the week before another very, very cool car that they get. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and we're going to go ahead and get parked over here and talk a little bit more about the outside. If it's too cold or too windy, I'll do the video and then I'll dub over it what I'm talking about. So walking around the car, the obvious things you see on the car are the beautiful 20-inch wheels along with the convertible top. Everything is in nice, beautiful condition. It does have that 1314 vented hood on the front of it along with the fog lights. LEDs and everything are really cool in the headlights along with the projectors. And coming around the back, you see the awesome LED taillights that you get from the 1314 along with the cool turn signals and everything that are sequential. So guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Huge shout out to Monicatti Auto Sales for letting us borrow this vehicle today. If you like the video, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, comment if you want to see something else, and peace out. Keep turning those gears.